and all present here. We are gathered here this evening to witness an evening of musical extravaganza by the students of GSIS. I take great pleasure in welcoming a panel of judges for the evening. Our first judge, Mr. S. Satish Kumar. He has various educational qualifications, including BA in music. He has also taught computer for 2 years in CTRD NGO Ooty. Furthermore, he has also taught music, including vocals, keyboard, violin, mirutangam, for 3 years in Amruta Varshini Music Academy, Madurai. We welcome you, sir. Our second judge for the evening is Mrs. Kavita Rao. She is the wife of Dr. Devi Prasad Rao, a well-known pediatrician in town. Mrs. Kavita is a trained Bharatanatyam dancer and has given a lot of performances during the school and college days. She is a commerce graduate from Mangalore University. She is an active member of the Inner Wheel organization, which is a well-known women's organization. Her hobbies include listening to music and going for long walks, and she loves to keep herself fit, for which she attends fitness classes regularly. She is a regular judge at Good Shepherd International School. We welcome you, ma'am. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to all the teachers and students present here. I would request Mrs. Rama Madhu to brief us about the events for the evening.
Good evening, everyone. Music is the greatest form of art that transforms notations and symbols into an emotion and feeling you cannot measure. The music of India is said to be one of the oldest unbroken musical traditions in the world. It is said that the origins of this system goes back to the Vedas. The Sama Veda laid the foundation for Indian music. The basis for Indian music is Sangeet. The present system of Indian music is based upon two important pillars, Rag and Tal. Rag is the melodic form, while Tal is the rhythmic. Rag may be roughly equated with the Western term mode or scale. The Tal are the rhythmic patterns. They revolve around repeating patterns of beats. The musical instruments used in Indian classical music are violin, veena, guitar, mandolin, flute, nadaswaram, saxophone, and the percussion instruments are mridangam, tabla, ghatam, pakwaj, and kanjira. Indian music consists of two divisions, Hindustani, which is predominant in the north, and Carnatic, which is more popular in the south of India. Today, our students will be performing in the Carnatic style of music. The competition comprises of 3 categories: vocal, that is singing, veena performance, and percussion ensemble, which is a group performance. We begin today's competition with a vocal. The students will be singing a Swara Kalpana, wherein the note swaras are a set of 39 compositions which are composed by Muthuswami Dikshitar in the 18th century, who is celebrated as one among the trinity of Carnatic music, and they are all composed in the Western C major scale, whose pitch intervals correspond to that of the Shankarabharanam Raga in Carnatic music. A few other note swaras were added later by Dikshitar's disciples, which adhere to the original idea and intent. Here, Indian music vocal students are going to perform a song composed by one of his disciples, Annamalai Reddiyar, in Rag Shankarabharanam, set to Tishra Nate. Over to Utkarsh for the criteria.
The criteria for the Indian music competition singing is as follows. First, pitch, shruti, 10 marks. Rhythm, tal, tempo, 10 marks. Melody and texture of tone, rag, 10 marks. Diction, enunciation of the lyrics, 10 marks. Technical fluency, clarity and smoothness. Dynamics, expression and mood. Bhava and layam, 10 marks. This brings us to the grand total of 50 marks. We would start with the category A1, which is Autumn House. That was A1, Autumn House. Next, I would like to call upon category A2, which is Winter House. Could the Winter House participants please come back on the stage? That was Spring House represented by the code A3. Next, we have Summer House represented by the code A4.
That was our vocal segment. Can we have a huge round of applause for all the participants? We now move on to our next category, which is the Venup Performance. Learning a musical instrument like Veena makes an individual patient and keeps one's mood good. Veena is considered to be one of the oldest classical instruments in India. It represents our culture and heritage of music. The Upanishads, the Vedas have all mentioned the use of this musical instrument. The Natya Shastra, written by Bharata Muni, has also mentioned the Veena as a musical instrument. Learning Veena involves a high level of synchronization. Today, our students will be performing Madhyasthai Varasai, that is the middle octave sequences, which are the fundamental sequences that enable the student to get a feel of melody with rhythm. The composer of this piece is Saint Purandaradasa, who is also known as the father of Carnatic music. It is in Maya Malav Gaula Ragam, set to Adital. Over to Utkarsh for the criteria.
The criteria for the Veena competition is first, melody and texture of tone, rag, including pitch, shruti, 10 marks. Second, rhythm, tal, tempo, speed, 10 marks. Third, phrasing, correct grouping of notes, accuracy of the notes, swarastanam, 10 marks. Technical fluency, clarity and smoothness, dynamics, expression and mood, bhava, layam, 10 marks. This brings us to the grand total of 40 marks. I'd like to call upon Autumn House, represented by the code B1, to start us with the event. That was Autumn House, represented by the code B1. Next, we have Winter House, represented by the code B2. That was Winter House, represented by the code B2. Next, we have Spring House represented by the code B3. Next on stage we have Summer House represented by the code B4.
That was a lovely performance by our talented and young students of middle school. Can we have a round of applause for all the participants? And it is indeed very heartening. It's so heartening to see the boys participate in the Indian music competitions. Keep up the good work, children. Very good. We now move on to our third segment, which is the Percussion Ensemble. India has a vast range of percussion instruments used in different types of folk music, devotional music, classical, film music, and dance. It is so diverse that one finds different kinds of percussion instruments in different geographical regions and genres. While the tabla, pakwaj, and dol are the most popular in the north, the mridangam, ghatam, and kanjira are very popular in the south. These percussion instruments are unique among all drums in the world, being the only ones that possess harmonic overtones. The most widely used tala in the South Indian system is Adi Tala, and in the North Indian system, the most common tala is Teen Tal. The percussion group will be performing a piece in Adi Tal. The following instruments are used in this presentation: mridangam, ghatam, tabla, conga drums, chenda, Punjabi dol, Nasik dol, etc. Over to Utkarsh for the criteria.
The criteria for the percussion category is as follows: rhythm, tal, tempo, speed, 10 marks; harmony and coordination, 10 marks; phrasing, correct grouping of notes, jati, 10 marks; technical fluency, clarity and smoothness, dynamics, expression and mood, bhava, layam, pitch, shruti, 10 marks. This brings us to the grand total of 40 marks. The four houses would be presenting this percussion ensemble. All are to sit back and enjoy the traditional music rendition. The first online would be Autumn House, represented by the code C1. was Autumn House, represented by the code C1. Next on stage, we have Winter House, represented by the code C2. Next on stage, we have Spring House, represented by the code C3. The last performance for the evening will be done by Summer House represented by the code C4.
That was a beautiful performance by our percussionists. We have come to the end of our music competition, and I think all our participants are entitled to a huge round of applause. It takes a lot of courage and practice to come on the stage and sing in tune with the Tal and Shruti. So congratulations to each and every participant.
I request the judges to kindly come forward to give their valuable suggestions and feedback.
Good evening, all. A lovely presentation by all the participants today. Congratulations to all the participants for putting up a great show of vocal, veena, and percussion. In the vocal category, all the 4 groups performed very well. In fact, it was very difficult to judge. Maybe there was a small difference of half or 1 mark, but otherwise, all the groups were excellent. I think they need a huge round of applause. Coming to the Veena category, I was amazed to see that there were more boys participating in this category. Well done, boys, and girls as well. Continue practicing, because whatever you take up, it could be dance, music, playing an instrument, whatever. Practicing and attaining perfection is very, very important. The more you practice, more the perfection. And of course, the final category, the percussion, that was wonderful. There was so much of energy and life in the performance. All the students performed so well, enjoying and performing it with ease and with total dedication. Of course, the highlight of the evening was, I observed, there were more boys performing than girls. I think in all the categories. So 3 cheers to the boys. I would also like to congratulate the teachers who were really behind the scene to help the children come out to put up such a beautiful performance. Congratulations to the teachers. I'm not very familiar with them. Anyway, congratulations. Children, you're all blessed to study in this school where everything is available for you all under one roof. Make use of this opportunity, and all the best to all of you for a wonderful future. Last but not the least, of course, I would like to thank the management of Good Shepherd International School for giving me this opportunity to perform this, to come and judge the function. And I'm visiting this auditorium for the first time. It's beautiful. So thank you for the opportunity to come and judge this evening's performance. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good evening to everybody. So why I'm standing here, it will be audible for all. Is that okay? Yes, good evening. No, I can't hear the last. Okay. Do you know why I came here? Anybody? Do you know why I came here? Nobody? To judge. To judge. No, I didn't come for judge here itself. Just I came to share my knowledge. Because music is like a sea. Whatever you want, you can dump, and whatever you want, whatever you need, you can take from the sea. Same way, music is like a sea. Whatever you want to dump, I want to dump my knowledge to you people, and something I want to grasp, because sometimes the students can be a teacher for the teachers. So I have learned lot of lesson from you people, and it's very, very difficult to judge you people, because I'm not a judge, that's what. Okay, just I came to share my knowledge. So all the best for all people, those who participate here. And one more request I would like to have. You're putting the talam and you're singing very good, but from next onwards, it should be in 3 speeds. First speed, second speed, 3 speed. It will be better to give you clarity. And thank you so much. And thank you so much for giving this opportunity from Good Shepherd. Once again, love you all. Thank you.
Extending my gratitude on behalf of the school, firstly, I would like to congratulate all the participants who took part in this competition, as it takes sheer hard work and practice to pull off something like this. I would also like to thank the judges for being present today to judge this event. I would request the judges to accept this memento as a token of a sincere appreciation. Mr. Satish Kumar and Mrs. Kavita. Next, I would like to thank the Indian music teachers, Mr. Vishnu and Mr. Prakash, for training all the students. Furthermore, I'd like to express my gratitude to all the house teachers, support staff, electricians, and the school management in making this event possible. Finally, I would like to thank all seated here in the audience for their eminent presence and support to all the participants today. Thank you.